In this next example, we have 2m minus 7n divided by w equals to 3. And it's asking you to solve for m, meaning you want to get the m by itself. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to first rewrite the problem. Next, since we have a fraction, and I want to get rid of the fraction, I don't want to have any more fraction on the left side, so I'm going to multiply the left side by w and on the right side by w. So that way that when you multiply, these w will divide into 1, and when that happens, I'm going to have 2m minus 7n equals to 3w. So now I don't have any more fraction. From there, I need to get rid of the minus 7n in order to get this by itself, the 2m. So the opposite is plus 7n plus 7n. So it's going to be 2m equal, I'm going to write 7n plus 3w. Make sure to put your variables in order. I'm almost done. In order to get m by itself, I'm going to divide the left side by 2, then divide the right side by 2. So my answer is going to be m equal 7n plus 3w over 2. So that's going to be your final answer. Nothing to worry about. So we're good. So m is 7n plus 3w over 2. In this next part, we're using the same example, but now it's asking us to solve for n. Alright? I'm going to rewrite it here. So in there, again, I need to get rid of fractions, so that means I need to remove the denominator. In order to do that, I'm going to multiply both sides by w. Again, when this happened, the w will divide into 1. I'm left with 2m minus 7n equals to 3w. Next, I need to get rid of the 2m, so the opposite of 2m will be minus 2m minus 2m. So it's going to be negative 7n, and on this side I'm going to put my variables in order, so it's going to be negative 2m plus 3w. Alright, next I want to get n by itself, so I'm going to divide the left by negative 7, the right by negative 7. Now, this part, again, we have to be very careful because now we're actually dividing with a negative. So, I'm going to write right here. So, when we divide by negative 7, again, we're going to move the negative from the denominator into the numerator. And the reason I'm doing that is, again, we're going to have multiple parts. Since we have multiple parts, that means we're going to have parentheses. So it's going to be n equal negative, this negative was from the denominator, parenthesis, negative 2m plus 3w, close parenthesis, divided by a positive 7 now. So I repeat, this negative went up to the numerator, which is right here, then parenthesis, then negative 2m plus 3w. So this is one form the answer could look like on, say, the ACC final or the TSI. Another form would be n equal, and I'm going to distribute the negative, so it's going to be positive 2m minus 3w divided by 7. So here's another form that's acceptable and that you might see on a TSI or the ACC final exam. So for me, doesn't matter to me on which answer you give me as long as that is written correctly. So with that little note, be very careful with your signs. Now it's fairly easy with all these examples and the process, but one little mistake with the sign can cost you the answer. So double check, be very careful with your signs, and if you can distribute, then go ahead. Just be very careful, like for example, negative times negative is a positive, negative times positive is negative. So be very careful when you're working with sign, distributing, alright? Especially when you're dividing with a negative, make sure to have the negative go up to the numerator, and if there's multiple parts, make sure to include parentheses.